An entrepreneur wants to establish a new laboratory in a catchment area which has a target market of 10,000 people, of which the laboratory holds to capture 35%. A capital of 100,000 cedis is required to establish a laboratory. The amount will be obtained as a bank loan at 8% for 4 years. A survey showed that each resident on an average undergoes 2 clinical tests a year. The estimated cost of consumable per test is 10 cedis. Variable overhead cost per test is 2 cedi 50 pesos. Technician pay per test is 50% of the cost of consumables, and the variable margin per test is 50% of the cost of the consumables. The laboratory test will be performed by the owner, him or herself, with no other technical staff. The working hours will be from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. from Monday to Saturday for 50 weeks a year, and the average monthly salary of the laboratory technologist is going to be 2,500 cedis. The estimated monthly expenses are admin salary 500, facility rent 360, utilities 60, insurance 50, advertisement and promotion 200, maintenance and repairs 100, travels and meals 100, other supplies 100, all others 300. Question 1. Calculate technician pay per test. Technician pay per test is equal to 50% of the cost of consumables. That is 50 on 100 times 10 cedis, and the answer is 5 cedis. Question 2. Calculate the variable margin per test. The variable margin per test is equal to 50% of the cost of the consumables. That is 50 on 100 times 10 cedis, and the answer is 5 cedis. Question 3. Calculate the total variable cost per test, which is equal to the cost of the consumables plus the technician pay per test plus the variable overhead cost per test. That is 10 cedis plus 5 cedis plus 2 cedi 50 pesos, and that is going to be 17 cedis 50. Question 4. Calculate the price of one test. That is equal to the total variable cost per test plus the variable margin per test. That is 70 cedis 50 pesos plus 5 cedis, and the total is equal to 22 cedis 50 pesos. Question 5. Calculate the owner's annual income. The owner's annual income is equal to the monthly net salary times 12, and that is 2,500 cedis times 12, which is equal to 30,000 Ghana cedis. Question 6. Calculate the value of the investment at the end of the period. The value of the investment is equal to 1 plus AROR to the power n, all multiplied by the initial value of the investment, where the AROR stands for the annualized rate of return, and n stands for the number of years. So the 1 plus the AROR, which is 0.08 to the power 4, is equal to 1.360489 multiplied by the initial value of the investment, which is 100,000. This is going to be 136,048.896 cedis. Question 7. Calculate for the owner's annual investment profit, which is equal to the final value of the investment minus the initial value of the investment, all divided by the number of years. That is 136,048.896 Ghana cedis minus 100,000 divided by 4, and the answer is equal to 9,012.224 Ghana cedis. Question 8. Calculate for the monthly loan payment, which is equal to the final value of the investment divided by the number of years times the number of months in a year. So that is equal to the final value of the investment, which is 136,048.89 Ghana cedis divided by 4 years times 12 months in a year. And the answer is equal to 2,834.352 Ghana cedis. Question 9. Calculate the annual fixed expenses. The annual fixed expenses is equal to the estimated monthly fixed expenses plus the monthly loan repayment, all multiplied by 12. That is 500 plus 360 plus 60 plus 50 plus 200 plus 100 plus 100 plus 100 plus 300 plus 2,834.325, all multiplied by 12. The answer is equal to 55,252.224 Ghana cedis. Question 10. The total annual fixed expenses is equal to the annual fixed expenses plus the owner's annual income plus the owner's annual investment profit. That is 55,252.224 plus 30,000 plus 9,012.224 Ghana cedis, and the total is equal to 94,264.448 Ghana cedis. Question 11. Calculate the total number of tests performed in 1 year. That is equal to the total annual fixed expenses divided by the variable margin. That is equal to 94,264.448 divided by 5.0, and the total number of tests is therefore equal to 18,853 tests. Question 12. Calculate the total annual variable cost, and that is equal to the number of tests performed in 1 year multiplied by the cost of one test, and that is 18,852.8896 multiplied by 22.5 Ghana cedis, and the total amount is equal to 424,190.016 Ghana cedis. Question 13. Calculate the break-even, which is equal to the total annual variable cost plus the total annual fixed expenses. That is 424,190.016 plus 94,264.448 Ghana cedis, and the total amount is equal to 518,454.464 Ghana cedis. Question 14. Calculate the total number of customers captured by the laboratory. that is equal to the market shares multiplied by the targeted customers. That is 3500 multiplied by 10,000, which is equal to 3,500 captured customers. Section 15. Calculate the potential income from the captured targeted customers, and that is equal to the total number of captured customers multiplied by the number of clinical tests per year per patient multiplied by the cost of one test, and that is equal to 3,500 customers multiplied by 2 multiplied by 22 cedis 50 pesos, and the total amount is equal to 157,500 Ghana cedis. Question 16. Calculate the total number of tests to be performed per week, and that is equal to the total number of tests performed in a year, all divided by the total number of working weeks. That is equal to 18,852.8896 divided by 50, which is equal to 377 tests per week. Question 17. Calculate the total number of tests to be performed per day. That is the total number of tests per week divided by the total number of working days, which is 377.05779 divided by 6 working days, which is equal to 63 tests. Question 18. Calculate the total number of tests to be performed per hour, which is equal to the total number of tests performed per day divided by the number of working hours, which is 62.8429 divided by 10. And that is equal to 6 number of tests. 19. Explain whether or not a laboratory will be managed sustainably. This is no because for a laboratory to be managed sustainably, the break-even must be less than or equal to the potential income from the customers. However, the break-even from this analysis showed that an amount of 518,000 Ghana cedis, 454.46 Ghana cedis is required for its operational expenses. However, the potential income from the customers, which is equal to 157,500 Ghana cedis, is far lesser as compared to the break-even, and therefore the laboratory would not be managed sustainably.